Today we're making mahamris, and mahamris are a form of donut that is prepared using heavy coconut milk and cardamom powder. And so I made my own cardamom powder by getting the seeds of the cardamom from the pods. This was going to give me a more intense flavor. If you don't have cardamom pods with you, it's okay. You can use ready-made cardamom powder. But this is guaranteed to give you a more intense cardamom flavor. And so I ground my cardamom seeds and got a teaspoon of this cardamom powder, which is what I needed for my recipe. I added my cardamom powder to my all-purpose flour, and this was followed by my sugar, yeast, and ghee. And so I started by rubbing in my ghee at one corner, and then when I was satisfied that it had mixed in well, I made sure that I distributed it evenly throughout my flour. And then this is when I started to knead by adding heavy coconut milk. This heavy coconut milk that you're seeing me use here is homemade, and it's at room temperature. For a complete list of the ingredients that I've used here, extra tips, step-by-step recipe, please visit my website jikonimagic.com, and you'll find all these things there. I've also provided a link in the description box down below for this recipe, so feel free to click on it and it will take you there straight away. So I proceeded to knead by adding the heavy coconut milk little by little until the dough came together. Then I turned it over to my work surface and started kneading. But then when I started kneading, I realized that I had added too much coconut milk and it was too sticky and hard to work with. So I added a bit more flour on my work surface and then proceeded now to knead for 5 minutes until the dough became smooth and elastic. So once the dough was smooth like I wanted it to be, I rolled it out into a log-like shape, divided it into 5 equal portions, rolled these portions into balls, dusted them with all-purpose flour, covered them with polythene paper, placed a tea towel on top, and left them to rest for 45 minutes so that they could increase in size, almost doubling in size. And so after 45 minutes were up, I rolled them into 6-inch circles, divided them into 4 parts. Mahamris are traditionally triangle in shape. And don't roll them too thin because they will become hard, and not too thick because they'll become soggy when you're cooking them. Now this is the thickness that you're looking for, about a 1/2 inch thick. Next, I cooked them in my preheated oil on medium heat. My cooking pan is a small one, so I normally cook 2 mahamris at a go. If you have a bigger pan, then you can cook more mahamris at a go. So what I do is I wait for 1 mahamri to puff up beautifully before adding the second mahamri. You see what I mean when I say my pan is small? Well, yeah, this is what I do. And then if one part is stubborn and refuses to puff up as it should, you can always sprinkle on it some hot oil and it will behave. So it takes about 45 seconds to a minute for one side to cook properly before turning it over. And so once I'm satisfied that the first mahamri is cooked, I take it off the heat and then add the second one, and the process starts all over again. Now mahamris are normally served with tea. This instance I had mine with my Kenyan spicy masala tea. Link in the description box down below. You can go straight to that recipe and see how I made my tea. Now in Kenya, mahamris are also accompanied by mbaazi. Now mbaazi is cowpeas. These mbaazis are cooked in coconut milk, and this is a very, very tasty accompaniment. And here are my mahamris. They turned out fantastically. I really loved them. The cardamom flavor was just out of this world, combined with that coconut milk. That combination is what sets mahamris apart from the rest of the competition in as far as donuts go. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Feel free to go to my website jikonimagic.com for more recipes. Until next time, keep it Jikoni Magic. Goodbye.